Do you think, if you had a son, do you think it's worth it for him to take a woman like Cassie who was in an abusive relationship? And I mean, obviously, you know, Diddy did some shit. We're not going to, you know, excuse his behavior. But at some point, she stayed with him in the relationship for a long period of time.
Years.
And a lot of the stuff was consensual, right? Her hooking up with other dudes in front of, etc. A lot of sexual degeneracy. Would you want your son to be with a woman like that, though?
Honestly,
Be honest.
mean,
Don't lie.
okay, honestly, I wouldn't want my son to be with somebody like that.
Oh!
But it takes, wait, I just contradicted myself. But it does
You
take a special
liar.
person. It does, wait, hold on. Depending on my son, it does take a special person to treat somebody like that with wounds and all that. So it all depends if she's willing to change and like forget about the past, because you can't just come in with all these scars. You have to be committed to change, go to therapy, do what you have to do, find hobbies and stuff. If I see that she's actually trying, then yeah, go ahead, have my son, you know.
She had 10
go
of,
for it in
10
the long
of
run.
me inside of her. 10 of me. That's
But I
crazy.
feel like she did, but I think
BBC
she
gang
was
is
going
crazy, though.
through. You have to
it's
understand what
crazy.
she was going through.
Yeah.
Manipulation is
time.
real.
I think she had a contract, and I think all that trying to be famous and all that got it to her head.
Exactly.
A lot of low self-esteem does play part of this issue as well.
Misogyny.
So I think
You can't blame her
yeah, you
100%.
You have
I
to see
think
her
she
past as
cannot
well. So
be
if she already grew up in
fixed.
a bad household, then, you know, maybe she's
And
a
you know,
broken
we're
person
not-
already.
Not to cut you, but we're not even going to only make this about her. Same for him as well.
Yeah.
He probably grew up in a bad household as well. He probably was raised that way. So
Yeah.
if you, like you said, if you don't take
I was
the
asking
time,
her son.
her son.
Like, I was saying, like, if the shoe's on the other foot and your son was seeing a woman like this, would you want him to commit to a woman that has this kind of
well,
baggage?
she's
She
saying
said no.
if she's trying to be better.
If she's trying to be better,
You know what I hear?
I would think, yeah.
Victim.
Victim mentality, not all the time. I think, like I said, you have to see how she grew up and where she's at, and if she's willing to change. So far, from what I see, she did make changes. She seeked help. She was with this guy for a long time, but I think it was all because she wanted to be famous and all that stuff. So we don't know what contract she signed, what NDA. I mean, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes at the same time.
Yeah, but does that mean that she's worthy of a relationship?
She is definitely worthy of a relationship. I
Everybody's
feel
worthy
like
of a
everybody
relationship.
is.
So then what happened to your son? Let her marry Cassie. Or let him-
Yeah, he can. But that's what I said in the beginning, no, unless she's making changes. So if she's
Exactly.
making changes and seeking help, definitely go for it.
Right.
I mean,
So
I'm
you
a mother
guys-
of a son, and I will definitely
I think she
advise
settled,
him.
to be honest.
And I will be like, listen, not judging at all, but I definitely think that people have traumas and that people has a tendency to do things. So we can't just take that away from a person. Like there's people like, just let's go beyond psychopaths. They tend to do bad, right? So if that person tends to do this, it's most likely that she's gonna continue doing stuff like that. Probably she has the willing to change. Probably she needs help. She probably seeking for it too, but that doesn't guarantee you that she's gonna be good at the end of the day. And I will definitely advise my son to pay more attention.
Oh, so you are judging her.
No, just to pay more attention, and at the
But
end
what's
of the
wrong being judgmental? I mean, you're being judgmental right now, but what's wrong with that?
I'm dropping a comment in general, like, no, yeah, it
See
is.
how they're dancing around it? Like, they don't want to just admit,
Yeah.
like, I'm being judgmental. and I don't give a fuck.
No, because I've been judged as well.
It's okay, though.
And
It's fine, yeah.
at the end of the day, what you want the best for your son, right? You don't want him to be involved in drama or in things that will hurt him.
Yes.
So I will say, listen, whatever your heart tells you, if you feel like you can love this woman and help her out, and she's willing to take that and be loved by you, then take her and see where this drives you.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, if you see that this is not working, of course you have to.
But what if you love a girl that's, like, bad for you?
Me?
Because feelings are feelings, right?
No, yeah,
So,
Everybody
is it,
has.
is it smart to, like, get into a relationship because you feel a certain way about a girl, or like
I
being
feel
able to
like everybody
analyze?
has
felt
no.
victim
So, but that's the
of
thing that you
trying to
learn
love somebody
with
that-
time.
that wasn't good
You
for
know,
them,
when we're
though.
young, when we grow up, most likely we're gonna tend to be driven by feelings. That's what, for example, me in my situation, I was very young when I married my husband, right? I was driven more about feelings, or what I was feeling of flesh and bones, we're sparkles and stuff, and I was not too mature to get
Sprinkle.
it, right? And that's what you get when you're younger. But when time passes, and then you learn and you know more about yourself, and then you know what you want and what you're willing to do and give, it's different. So I would say, like, I will advise him to just be mindful, to get more like into it and knowing her, and to see what the capabilities are out of like to take off from there than just be yeah, let me help you now, because sometimes it doesn't help. I tried to help my husband several times, many years, and never helped. He never wanted to be helped. So